personal life, on YouTube's comment sections, social media. Things we already know, that the female brain, the chick brain, is inferior when it comes to logic and reason. And when debating or arguing with a female, she can only attack your character, ad hominem attacks. She can only insult you. She can only toss out negative comments at you. Or you're bitter, or you're hurt, or you're insecure, or you're weak. But she cannot debate the statistics, the rationale, the logical argumentation. She has no comeback for it. She cannot, to save her life, address any facts or figures to support any argument. She doesn't know what empirical evidence is. She cannot show you the data. She can't make any point outside of emotions and false ideas and concepts, particularly the black woman and the black Christian woman. She will refuse to look at empirical data. Even if you're showing her a Bible verse, if it conflicts with the American way of life, American culture, American cultural paradigms, in which her brain is infected with. She's infected with all that is white supremacy. If anything goes against that, all she can do is yell and scream and get angry and insult you. There is nothing to gain from arguing with any woman, debating with a woman, for she is not your equal. I do not debate or argue with women. A woman's place is at my feet, literally and figuratively. Literally, a woman should bow down to a man, especially the black Christian woman, who is a hypocrite, who is an abomination. As the man, the believing man, is at the feet of the Messiah, both literally, if possible, and figuratively, so should the woman be at the feet of the man. For it is the man that is the head of woman, and is the Messiah who is head of man. But she doesn't believe this. She wants you at her feet. And if a man is to rule over women, rule over a woman, we're bigger, stronger, more intelligent, faster, quicker. If we are to dominate them, then how can you argue and debate with them? She is intellectually inferior. Yeah, she can parrot something she's read or heard. But when it comes to being a pioneer, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to inventiveness, she is lacking. Yeah, there are exceptions, and that's what they are, exceptions. But she is no match for the mind and the will and the wit of man. So why would you debate such a creature who is inferior? I am a male chauvinist. A man is superior. A woman should be at your feet to serve or to receive instruction and guidance from you. Not arguing, not debating when a man opens his mouth. For out of his mouth is life itself for her. Out of his being is life itself for her. She should be listening only. And I don't care how intelligent she thinks she is or has been told she is. The average female is no match for the average man in intelligence. So I see a lot of men with their YouTube channels. And I'm not mad at you, brothers. I understand that it's a process of swallowing the red pill. But I see a lot of brothers arguing back and forth with women. Nonsensical argument. And yeah, sometimes it can be entertainment. And I have fell victim to that on occasion. But I'm thinking more of the men who are constantly in arguments with women. Why? Why? She will not believe you. Women are to be dominated, not reasoned with. She's to be dominated, not debated. She's to be dominated, not argued with. So what we have, men, is those who have not quite come to the realization of the inferiority of a woman and how it makes you look insecure and inferior to dumb yourself down to debate with her. Commonly said, a person is to debate his intellectual equals, all else he should teach. She's not your equal, you should be teaching. And if she's not listening, she should be dismissed. So again, in the comment sections, men are going back and forth, exchanging insults and argumentation. And the reason why men do this is because there is a part of you who still wants attention from the female. You have not quite grasped the ideology and the fact that she's your enemy. She's used to incite you. You know how many men are in jail because of domestic violence because the woman provoked him? So somewhere in your mind, you still feel that you have something to prove to the female. You should have nothing to prove to her. In your mind, you still have something to gain. You're seeking approval. You're seeking to be heard from the female. You should seek to debate men and be heard of them. They're your equals, not a female. But you still want that female validation, don't you? You still want her to see you, don't you? And you have not yet the intestinal fortitude to simply give a woman what she would hate the most, which is completely ignoring her. When women come on my YouTube channel and challenge me, I am silent. Why? Because this shit is in me, man. It's not on me. This shit is in me. I believe this with my whole heart. I am a true male chauvinist. Unless the woman is being agreeable and asking a sensible question, it's the only exception. Being agreeable and asking a sensible question, will I respond? And even in that, I'm very reluctant. But you, many YouTubers, you feel the need to consult with her, to argue with her, to talk with her, to debate with her, to convince her. The only thing that can convince a woman of anything is brute strength and force. And it does not necessarily mean physically. It means economically and dominating the society and culture. That's the only thing she can respect is power. She is not an intellectually capable being. She will never see your point. She will never see logic. The black woman would never see herself as the destroyer of the black community. You can give her all the evidence that you want. The black woman, through her abortions, has caused more death than any war, heart attacks, AIDS, suicide, car accidents. You put them all together, the black woman single-handedly alone has destroyed more in her community than any tragedy, any disease, in any situation that would therefore bring forth death. But she would never see herself as the instrumentation of the death of the black community via her whoredom and her murderous tendencies. She is a bigger killer than the black man. She's more violent than the black man, for she can destroy the very thing that's growing within her womb with no conscience, without repentance, without remorse. And she can do this repeatedly and look you in the face and tell you that she's a good person, a good woman, and that black women are superior, morally, intellectually, and so forth. Why would you argue with such a demonic being who God will judge? Why? because of your own weakness. And I'm not mad at you, man, because I've been there, and it is a process of getting over. To get out of this indoctrination, to get out of this desire to please and be seen and be validated by the female. But brothers, break loose. Strengthen yourself. Ignore these women in the comment section. You have women who come into a space like, whether it be Migto or Ibmore, and yes, I am Ibmore, come in these spaces, even on brothers teaching the truth, the Hebrew Israelites that's in the highways and byways, teaching the truth with sincerity. These women come in male-dominated spaces, a space that's for us, gentlemen, our space, a space in which we are critiquing their behavior, truthfully and harshly and realistically. And we know that the solution is to abandon the black woman and go your own way and do your own thing, unless she's a rare woman who submits to you completely and thoroughly. So a female can come into a space in which she should be ignored, and yet receive the same attention that she would get walking down the street from a fucking simp. How are you different, men? How are you setting yourself apart from the blue pillars? If a woman can make a statement on your channel and you spend days, weeks, and even months arguing with the same women, they're there for attention that you're giving them. So if you mean business, gird yourself up. Look past these women. If she ain't agreeing with what you're saying and everything, ignore them. They shouldn't be allowed in the conversation. Any society that has been built, any organization that has been made that is progressive, society, cultures, and organizations are not built alongside with the woman, asking her what she thinks and what she feels. She should be told what she does. And another thing that I hear that is some simp shit to me is I hear this all the time, and I just want you to think twice about this. A nation can rise no higher than its woman because the woman is the first installer of culture. No, she is not. Everything that a woman is because a man put it in her brain. You install culture in the woman, and the woman thereby installs culture in the children. If you're a black man living in America, the black woman has been enculturated and indoctrinated by white supremacy, and that is what she's giving to her children. The moment you can build your own and have your own society and culture, which one day will happen, you can indoctrinate her, and she will instill that into her children. She is not she is not a free moral agent all and off on her own. She is an actor playing a part, a role. But we are the creators. Get this through your head, men. She is not on equal footing with you. When we get down to it, if we really wanted to build something, are you going to go sit down with your wife, your woman, your girlfriend, and ask her what the fuck she thinks about it? Are you going to debate with her? You fool. So grow some balls, man. Ignore these women. Go your own way, do your own thing. Swallow the red pill. Teach the truth. And stop arguing so much with these crazy, lost women. Show your superiority. Black Ram does. I'm out.